Welcome back to the league that means nothing on Go Again Gaming.
Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of the League That Means Nothing, the TLTMN, here on the As Go Again Gaming YouTube channel. We're the boys from Cup TCG. It's Kyle, it's Callum, get the badge in, and we're here for even more amazing gameplay. We've got Andrew and Michael up against each other here in a Puffin Slippy showdown, a very interesting one. Puffin, not a deck that's seen too much play, even since High Seas release relatively recently. Honestly, both of the other decks are kind of overshadowed by Gravy Bones, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Puffin has got a very solid card pool in the mech card pool to work with. Plus,
Absolutely.
A lot of these pirate cards are pretty damn good, to be honest. So, look, I'm sure she is on the cusp of being cracked. But let's see. I mean, Slippy is an absolute monster deck at the moment, so we'll see how Puffin can face up against one of the meta big dogs right now.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of information on Andrew. Been around the game since Crucible of War, so an old head in the world of Flesh and Blood.
Good set,
yeah, great set. Played a number of different classes, but really fell in love with mech. Played all 4 seasons of the TLTMN. 2 of those were on mech, and now this makes the 3rd. So really looking to continue the tempo here and push on through. Not too much information we have on Michael, other than, well, I suppose one bit of information.
Yeah, I hear from little birdie tells me that he's beaten you in the league already, Carl. So
yeah, that was my first loss.
Not the biggest success, but you know, we take what we can get.
Listen. Once you beat a cuppa, there's no going back. There's no going back. Right, let's kick off this game between these two absolute giants.
This game, A League That Means Nothing, is brought to you by FLUKE and Box.com, the premier international source for all Flesh and Blood singles and rip and ship box breaks, with super competitive shipping prices as well, all of which is priced in your local currency on the website for your convenience. Head over to flukeandbox.com and make sure you go and subscribe to Fluke and Box on YouTube as well. Exclusive to the League That Means Nothing, we also have a discount code. That's TLTMN for 15% off your order on flukeandbox.com. That's one use per customer, so make sure you use it. That's discount code TLTMN for 15% off your order on flukeandbox.com. Have a good day, mate. Wallabies.
So let's look at the Puffin equipment suite, because I think it's one that people may be a little less familiar with. We've got Tunic, we've got the Unicycle, which is an absolutely sick piece of draft equipment making its way into CC here. We have the Cogworks Tinkerings, I believe they're called, in the arm slot. And we have adaptive plating in the head slot. Not the slot you tend to see adaptive plating make its way into, but pretty good against our Slippy opponent being an on-demand block 3 if we get to, what's the keyword called?
What are you thinking of?
Galvanize?
Yeah.
If we get to galvanize an equipment piece. A few flashbangs going on the cam at the moment now, but
sure they'll settle down. But yeah, it's adaptive plating is one of those cards that when it released, it was like, oh, that's quite cool, and then it's over time become, oh, that's actually a staple piece that you can fit into any of your slots. But you are completely right. Rare to see it in the head slot. Usually go for one of those generic head pieces, the Crown of Providence, even the Balance of Justice in certain matchups. But when you just want to block 3, hell, that's fine to have in your headspace.
Yeah, surprising not to see the Crown of Providence against one of our lovely assassins that we're all very used to playing against at this point, being quite the powerhouse of a class in Flesh and Blood for the last couple of years. We've got a pretty standard equipment setup for our Slippy here, except I think sometimes we tend to see maybe Black Tech Whisperers in the boot slot rather than Snapdragon Scalers, but look, I'm sure you'll be able to resolve your Bonds of Agonies with three attack reactions one way or another.
Well, that tends to tell me that there's not just assassin cards in this deck.
Possibly not.
Could be looking to give maybe an E-Strike go again or something like that. But only time will tell. Still fulfills the need of activating a reaction for things like bonds and hell, even double trouble, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Let's wait and see what
how many
Michael can do.
see how many boost cards this Puffin deck is on. It could be a real game plan for our assassin player to play to fatigue here.
Very true.
As is known to happen against Dio of all decks.
I was thinking about this earlier today, actually. Obviously, we've just had a number of these Mastery Pack Guardian cards spoiled over the last couple of days at time of recording. And we've seen so many mill cards come out. So, hell, why all of these mech players probably going to have to increase their deck size if they're running boosts. We're going to be looking at 65 card base decks if Guardian starts prevailing even more, and hell, you've almost certainly already doing that against the Assassins. We are going to be seeing the Hunter's Clave attacked and then flicked as well. Chuck one of those in the grave. Probably going to make a Graphene Solicitor in a couple of moments.
Yep, so Puffin here is marked. Our good friend Polly is somewhat susceptible to the occasional dagger swing against the Assassins, but let's see if...
Hidden away right now, though, on the perch.
Yeah, perched and ready to come out should the need call.
A little bit of conversing between the two players right now, just working out what the stats of the game is as of right now. Andrew's taken 2 damage and is currently marked.
Nice little marked token counter there.
Up 6 and run instead of making a Graphene. We are going to be seeing the Hunter's Clave re-equipped and, well, potentially swung in just a few moments for a big fat 5.
Yeah, not the standard assassin turn cycle,
no.
Slippy turn cycle that you tend to see, right? And looking like a bit of a weapon deck at this point when we're used to seeing these 0 for 3 stealth cards going again every turn.
What is the name of the assassin card that gives you that Graphene Solicitor? Gives you +3, equips glassing.
Orb Weaver Spinneret.
That's the one. Yep. We opened a lot of Hunted, especially at London, right? And we were seeing that Orb Weaver Spinneret red felt like a little bit a bit
hard
underprinted. Yeah, hard to find. Very strong in draft, so that was potentially why.
I'll never forget the days of combo bolting and hunting for blue Valiant Thrust for some reason being impossible to find.
Very true.
People having spare Beacon of Victories and things to throw at you, but not a blue rare.
Very interesting that we're blocking with the Cogwhite Tinkerings here, and it looks like we're looking to block with the Unicycle as well. Hunter's Clave has piercing 1, so blocking with this would increase it to 6, meaning that we're only effectively blocking 2 with these, 3 block piece of equipment.
Now, one thing that it tells me, Carl, when we are desperate to put a golden cog on board and get a -1 counter on our Unicycle, potential for a Palantir Aeronaut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe?
Stealing some of that equipment away as soon as possible. So, going to be taking 3 damage.
And the dream, obviously, is to take these flick knives, but I don't think you will be afforded the luxury.
Well, depends on how many T-bones you got. You might not get the choice.
True.
Oh, little bit of a slip of the thumbs there from Michael. Hopefully Andrew was not looking at the moment, but if you, keen-eyed viewer, was watching at home, there's a take up a mantle in that hand.
There's kind of always a take up the mantle in
yeah, that's the truth.
Schrodinger's attack reaction.
Oh, it's alright, this attack's only for 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's become a Bonds of Ancestry. Great.
Agony, notably not a Bonds of Ancestry.
Oh, very true, yeah. If it becomes a Bonds of Ancestry, something's gone very wrong.
Very interested to see how Puffin converts this big hand here.
Copper Cog.
Gonna need to make the most of these turns where we are not disrupted by the Assassins.
Absolutely. We cranked once so far this turn off the back of the Copper Cog. Poly Cranker gonna be coming onto the board.
Likely cranking as well, triggering our Puffin hero ability to draw a card.
Yep. Crank twice, draw a card.
Now Puffin might not be, as we said, the meta powerhouse yet. But that hero ability is
very strong.
Very, very powerful. So I would not be surprised to see her making her way to the top tables at some point in
of course,
5 cycle.
The first time we've seen a CC relevant use case for Unlimited as well in Copper Cog. Being able to run an unlimited amount of that card in your deck. You are not limited to the standard 3.
Sky Cloud Skiff here. Gorgeous gem pack full art. Looking fantastic here. Pitching a Sunken Treasure. Puffin, the luxury of not being a boost deck maybe in this build, meaning you can play some of the generic or pirate cards, and Sunken Treasure is one of the best blues that you can get, especially when trying to generate a bit of gold. Going to be taking the 5 here. I'm assuming we're going to be giving this Cloudskiff go again. Yep, with the tap of the copper cog into a Palantir Aeronaut. But look, we've only got 2 cogs on board.
Yeah.
So not going to be able to get the full thrice per turn instant effect.
Unless there's something we're missing. I don't think there is. We are just going to be pumping this up to 7.
We can unicycle to untap the copper cog.
Let's get it to
However,
8,
that's not going to get us the 3rd effect. This does require an equipment block regardless. So
there you go, your
unfortunately,
snaps.
Snaps are allowed to be put in here, having a block value of 0.
It's not a gem. It does have a 0 block value.
Yeah.
So it is allowed. Andrew just having a little bit of think here. Not as big as he would have liked it to be this turn.
But against the assassins, you take your damage where you can. And preserving a copper cog for the next turn as well.
Yeah, very good.
Can't be upset about that.
Oh, notably as well, the golden cog doesn't destroy until the beginning of his turn, so could galvanise the headpiece as well.
Yep,
true. To block out 3. We are going to be getting, it looks like, 2 cards blocked from hand here. Of course, the Snapdragon Scalers still there.
They take up the mantle and what looks to be an E-Strike here. Going to pump over by 1. Never unhappy to see Assassin give you cards, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. Definitely not 2 cards of that caliber as well. And that confirms what we were saying earlier, right? That this does include cards like E-Strike, and that is why the Snapdragons are sitting in the leg slot.
Now let's see if our assassin player here decides to get their first assassination of the game on Polycranker.
Absolutely brutal. Why would you kill the beautiful bird? We are seeing an infect. This is going to be going to face 0 for 3 with Go Again off the back of Slippy's hero ability. Remember, guys, that Slippy's hero ability works both ways. If you play an attack with stealth and you are not Slippy, it gets Go Again. Notably, very rare that happens.
Oh, Pinion Sentry, an absolute
very good
house of a blue. I love this card. If I was going to play Puffin, you bet your arse I'd be loving to play Pinion Sentry. Going to tap a golden cog and create a brand new one. Not cranking it this turn, even though we can crank on defense, should we galvanize a few. Going to Razor's Edge over the top of the Pinion Sentry, creating a Blood Rot on the side of Andrew Mason here.
Reaching into the deck of many things. Yeah, the deck of tokens, the deck of stickers, the deck of... Wait, what is going on? There is a lot of tokens there.
I think we've got the arts and crafts box out here.
Oh, I see a Baby Mite. I see a Big Frouty. On the other side of that one should be your Blood Rot. There we go. I've got a million of those things. Lovely little coal foil one.
Board getting a little cluttered with all of these cogs and tokens and Polly. And
no, I think Polly's dying. I think that's where the clave's going.
Prayers up to Polly.
Oh, R.I.P. Notably as well, Puffin should not be marked right now. Has not been got hit in the face with an attack which did not mark. So that should fall off. It could be relevant at some point, but hopefully they catch that in a few moments' time. Beginning of the turn.
Well, I think I just caught a sneak peek at the Arsenal card.
What was it?
Over on Puffin's side. I believe it is a backup protocol red.
Oh, interesting.
Going to be recycling some of these Palantir Aeronauts, maybe.
Is that a blue soup up? I think it is.
Fantastic card in Puffin. Getting some really nice galvanized block value with all of these copper cogs. Now, this Palantir Aeronaut, Carl, this one is online.
It is online because of what you can do with Unicycle, right? You've only got 2 pieces. You've only got 2 cogs on the board, but you can tap 2 of them, then activate the Unicycle to untap 1 of them, and then tap it again with Palantir Aeronaut's effect to be able to destroy a piece of equipment. Looks like we are still going to be only getting the Snapdragon Scalers, but you know what? I'll take the Snapdragon Scalers every day of the week.
It's interesting, right? Because we've seen some Puffin players opt to destroy blocking cards, regardless of whether they're instead of the equipment, should that be an option, purely to get that extra 3 damage in, right? It's like an attack. It's an attack reaction that basically says deal an additional 3 damage. So it'd be interesting to see whether we're going to opt to destroy the Snapdragon Scalers or the Tarantula Toxin here for another 3 damage.
I think I would destroy the snaps purely because it just gives your opponent that option of being able to do an attack reaction out of thin air, effectively, on the cards which care about that. Michael playing this very, very well, allowing those 3 triggers of the cogs to resolve before the Sink Below is played. So going to be blocking 7 right now with the back of 2 cards. Still only just destroying the snaps, so taking 2.
But look, if I'm in Andrew's seat here, I am happy to see a Tarantula Toxin blocked with. There is just an abundance of powerful cards in these Assassin decks now.
Yeah,
right?
Underbaked, I would say.
Yes. But look, it's a deck full of Majestics, full of fantastic power cards. So every single one that you see get put in front of your attacks has got to be a good feeling. Bloodrot going to deal 2 damage at the end of the turn here. Evening up the life totals. I think we are left with 2 cards for our Slippy player.
I believe so. Ticking up the tunic. Should be up to 3 now.
This cog economy is looking pretty good here.
Cogonomy?
Andrew.
Nah, it's a stretch.
Yeah. Try that one again. Ecogomy.
Cogomy's good. 5, draw a card here from the E-Strike.
Taking the gamble on what comes off the top. However, like we've spoken about, not many bad cards in these Assassin decks.
A lot of good cards, actually, and top decks incredibly well. Reminds me of what Aurora was doing, where basically a single card off top of the deck, you don't need to look at it. Just put it in your arsenal, mate. Just put
it's
it
gonna
there,
be
it's
good.
fine. Oh, Golden Sky Warden being blocked with here. Galvanise. A lot of text on this one. Yeah, so blocking for 2. When this defends, you may destroy an item you control. If you do, it gets +1. If it was Golden Cog was destroyed this way, create a gold token and then repeat the process.
We get to make a gold token, and we're going to remove the copper cog as well, going up to a block value of 4. Only taking 1 on this E-Strike now, looking like a pretty efficient block here.
Pretty decent.
Gold
card 4.
Gold also generating the ability for Puffin's hero text to be a little easier to resolve. Part of the reason why Treasure Island is such a fantastic mechanic in the limited set for High Seas. Those gold tokens absolutely vital for Puffin.
Yeah, remember guys, cranking does not tap your cogs.
I think it's only you, Carl, that needs to be reminded of that one.
Yep. No wonder I did bad in draft at Nats.
Maybe you shouldn't have been at TwitchCon so much, and you should have played some more practice drafts with us.
Either way, TwitchCon deviations aside, turn goes back to Andrew. Gold on the board, 3 cards in hand, a card in the arsenal. If there's a copper cog in hand, we've got a way to crank twice and activate the triggered ability, drawing a card off of Puffin.
However, you only have to crank to be to help with Puffin's hero ability, and I believe there's another item in the arsenal that allows you to do this.
Backup Protocol Red,
which is why we may have been looking through the graveyard just a moment ago.
Plantier Aeronaut, get that bad boy back.
So going to crank the Backup Protocol Red, triggering Puffin's lovely hero ability, drawing a card. And like you said, recycling some of those nice power cards.
Does get quite expensive. Backup Protocol Red does require you to use 2 resources to use its instant ability, so can be a difficult master to work for. Oh, Cogwork Dovetail going to be coming out, allowing this turn to go wider and wider if needed. Notably, only 1 cog on the board though, so this is most likely just going to be give and go again.
A very nice hit trigger to have though.
Opens up some options, right?
1 for 5 go again, pretty good rate, and we have a free weapon as well, which means that could potentially use this Backup Protocol Red to reset our arsenal with a nice juicy power card.
Yeah, still 2 cards in hand as well. We haven't talked about the weapon at all so far, have we? I mean, it's Spitfire. Doesn't cost anything to use. You literally just tap a cog and you get to fire it for 2 damage.
Yeah.
You can make it 3 damage if you tap a cog before it, giving it +1.
A lot of cogs.
That is a lot of cogs
needed to get the most value out of it. But like we've said, Andrew is continuing this cog train pretty nicely.
Choo-choo.
He's going to check what he wants to get back with this Backup Protocol Red. Depending on, I mean, this tunic could convert pretty nicely into a Cloud Skiff, maybe.
Cloud Skiff's not bad. Alternatively, you can just close the combat chain and do Cogwork Dovetail again.
True.
But still got 2 cards in hand, and historically, I would say maybe we're getting a zipper hit. Maybe we're just going to be attacking with something pretty standard for mech. But we've seen a number of non-mech cards in the deck. I mean, hell, one of them is already in the pitch zone, and we've seen your Sunken Treasures and your Oh, I forgot what the block card's called. That's good.
That is Sunken Treasure.
Oh, it's Sunken Treasure. I'm looking at the
Silver
other one.
one.
That's
C4
C4 Salvage. That was the one.
So Palantir Aeronaut going to come here off the back of the Backup Protocol Red. Again, not online this time, but a nice little 2 for 7, most likely, with the Golden Cog. Untapped from the ability of our Cogworks Dovetail. So getting double dipping on that cog effect this turn. Has to be blocked with equipment. And look, the snaps are gone, right?
Yeah.
So now every Palantir Aeronaut is just that little bit more threatening. Going to opt to block with the Crown of Providence here, creating a big 5-card hand for our Slippy player, which is, if I'm in Andrew's shoes, pretty terrifying, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty worrying. Up to 7, so looking to deal 5 damage right now. Yep, Michael's not said any additional blocks, no additional reactions here, so 5 damage is going to be all she wrote. Turn is going to be over and done with. Card going to the arsenal here for Andrew. Should be able to set up that 5-card hand moving forwards, but Michael says, I see your 5-card hand with a fellow 5-card hand. Just notice both players on TLTMN Season 3 playmats as well.
Yeah, very nice. Featuring the lovely, recently living legend, Azalea.
Rip.
May she rest in peace. In the living legend format.
I was about to say, you don't believe that either. You don't want us to rest in peace. You hated that deck.
Yeah.
You won more armories on my Azalea deck than I won on my Azalea deck.
I've attended a few more than you, so
that's true.
I'll give you that one.
We are going to be seeing another Pinion Sentry coming out, blocking out an Infiltrate. Really interesting card. Really like this one. Not when it's played against me, but just looking at it on Fabry, I really enjoy it. Raise an Edge, going to be able to be a 0 for 3 pump as well. There goes a Cogwork Workshop.
Going to be playable by our Slippy player.
Oh my god!
Until the end of the following turn. So maybe it's time for Slippy to start building some cogs of his own.
Yeah, why not? You can galvanise, right, Slippy?
Pain in the backside. We are going to Chainlink 3 in this Slippy deck. Pretty menacing card in every deck that it's played in. It feels like very, very powerful card. On hit, going to be pinging a Hunter's Clave, marking our Puffin player. Still indicating the mark from the previous time that we were marked, but it looks like it most likely won't matter here anyway.
No, it shouldn't. We are going to be galvanising with the adaptive plating in the headpiece.
Very nice defensive value on the equipment there.
Blocking out 3. And the Rays of God played as the 3rd attack on the chain link. It is going to be another pain in the backside. Just another 0 for 3, or effectively a 0 for 4 if this hits. Remember the way that it works. If this hits, you are unmarked, and then the flick of the dagger comes on through with the Hunter's Clave, and then you are remarked with the damage that is dealt.
That's a lot of marks.
That is a lot of marks. Taking 3, it looks like. Soon to be 4. The Hunter's Clave is flicked on in.
Now, what is our final attack of the turn? I think we're looking something like an Art of Desire body, maybe nice. Maybe a Leave No Witnesses would be pretty good here. Just discussing life totals here, I think. Discussing the pain in the backside effect.
Still 1 card available. Could just be another flick, but no.
Pass the turnover.
Why not? Have a 5-card hand. Could be another pump.
Andrew feeling pretty good about this turn cycle, I think. Got to block how he wanted to. Didn't get caught out too much by some attack reacts, and the Infiltrate didn't catch something really juicy. So, got to feel pretty good about that one. Infiltrate, been a bit of a menace of a card for aggro decks the last couple of formats. Very, very powerful against all of these decks with Go Agains and 0 for 4s and the likes.
Goldwing Turbine. Draft Bomb.
Draft House for sure. Pitching away a Copper Cog. Opting for the Golden Cog.
Why not?
This time.
Golden Cog looks better. Doesn't stay around for as long though, which does surprise me. You know, Copper Cog, you'd think that's only going to stay around for a turn.
Well, if you think
gold, 2 turns.
Gold is a softer metal, you know, if you think about it.
Oh, I can tell you where you work.
I've played Minecraft in the past.
Oh, very true, very true. Cranked once this turn so far. Soon to be cranking a second time, this one with a Boom Grenade. First Boom Grenade we've seen so far.
Puffin, a mechanologist who likes to force a little interaction from your opponent with the Palantir Aeronauts and the on-hit triggers of untapping cogs and stuff. And Boom Grenade, a welcome addition to all of this interaction.
Speaking about interaction, this is going to be a difficult one to block. Gets the +1 from the Goldwing Turbine, up to 6 already. Has a thrice per turn instant as well to be able to give itself +1 or go again. Single card remaining in hand. This can go all the way up to 8.
And the real cheeky thing about Puffin really is the fact that you can just see your opponent's block and make the choice to not pump it. And just give it go again and save a cog activation for something else. Sort of sidestepping the investment needed to get over blocks and just go, you know what, okay, I'll go to Chain Link 2.
Really interested to see what this card that Andrew top decked is. Got 1 card left in hand. Still has that floating resource. Wow, a 9 block here.
Going to be buying the blocks here.
Depending on what this card is, you could float that Tunic. If it's a 1 cost, you could swing again.
Now look, you can always just swing your Spitfire. It's a 0 cost weapon. Not going to trigger the Boom Grenade if it connects, however.
Give it go again. Come on, it's got to be an attack from hand, surely.
Cloud Skiff would be beautiful.
Cloud Skiff would be crazy here. The Tunic is being floated. We've got a 1 cost attack in hand, and it's another Cogwork Dovetail.
What a turn from our Puffin player here. This Boom Grenade looks like it's going to be connecting to me, Carl.
I think you're exactly right. You can block for 5 if you commit all of your equipment. But a simple tapping of a golden cog pumps it up to 6. Unless that's a defense reaction in your arsenal, that's going to be a lot of damage coming your way. Up to 6, no reactions so far. Are we just going to be eating, what is this, 10 damage?
10 whole damage.
Down to 10.
Very nice. Now, Slippy struggling to find the disruption this game this far, so Puffin's kind of had the luxury of doing a thing, right? I mean,
whatever she wants, honestly.
Polly has,
Oh, of course! The on-hit from Cogwet Dovetail! It untapped all the cogs!
Wow. So we got to give it go again as well. In the resolution step. Another 3 damage coming in. This turn was pretty nuts from the Puffin player here. Slippy's only got 2 cards to play with. What can you string together here? We can play the Cogworks Workshop.
You can play the Cogworks Workshop. Maybe that's the line that we're playing
the window
towards.
back in?
You can crank. Notably, you will not draw a card.
Heart of Desire Mind. Pretty beastly card in new.
It is.
Allowing you to transcend and activate your Mask of Recurring Nightmares. However, that is but a distant memory at this point, Carl.
Absolutely. So I do wonder if this is... What, are we going to Codex Leave No Witnesses? But there's no card in Arsenal. Well, obviously there's no card in Arsenal right now, but
have we
I
seen
can't
a Leave
even...
No
Yeah,
Witnesses?
I can't remember seeing a Leave No Witnesses. We are going to be getting a... Wow. A Skywarden block here is... You might think an overcommittal, but being able to reset both of these cogs into gold is very, very strong. Hell, if you want to pump this to 5, you can by destroying one of those gold.
However, pumping it to 4 here, may look inefficient blocking a 1 power attack, but basically nullifying the potential for a 0 for 3 attack reaction.
Right.
However,
0 for 5.
0 for 5 attack reaction.
Pretty good. I'll take that.
Not bad. But look, it's an Art of Desire Mind, right? It's not going to take a card from the hand of Andrew Mason. Could potentially draw a card should we banish a blue off the top.
We're taking 2. Looking for a blue. Oh, that is a red
that
boom
could
grenade.
Be the Justin Nick trigger, potentially.
Get the second trigger as well.
Now we have the Art of Desire Mind trigger. Are we going to find a blue here? It is a pummel.
What?
We are on Tunic and 2 for 6s, Carl.
We are on Tunic for 2 for 6s, and hey, I love a pummel. I love a pummel mech me.
Why play boost cards if it means you can't add generics into your deck?
Facts. That's why you don't play boost cards. Notably,
13 life up for our Puffin player here. 3 cards in hand, and it's going to start getting pretty scary. We're a bit cog-light
Prismatic
now.
Leyline. Okay. Andrew is cooked here.
And that is a blue Cogworks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Zeppelin?
Cogwork
Zeppelin, yeah.
coming in for 7.
Prismatic leyline functioning as something of a nimblism type effect here for a 2-cost attack.
No cards in hand. Everything is face up right now.
No Puffin ability activated at the beginning of this turn, however.
Well, that's an important thing, right? If Cogworks Zeppelin hits, if there was a cog available, you'll be able to keep going.
Be able to tap it and create a golden cog, which you would also be able to crank.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting choice to not tap some of the gold.
Yeah. You would have thought at least like go to threaten it, but I suppose you can't then get the draw, and well, evidently it would have been blocked out anyway. We are going to be seeing 7 committed here. But it steals 2 cards from an assassin, which is quite important.
Just continue trading these turn cycles down, and if Puffin continues to outvalue in the way that she has so far, we're in a pretty good spot.
13 HP lead so far. Andrew, only with a single count on his tunic. Going to be a couple more turns before he can get value out of that. Could just look to block away with it if he so wishes. Single card in the hand here from Michael, with a pain in the backside coming in on Chain Link 1. What is going to be the play? Are we going to be seeing another crazy pump?
Unfortunately, no arsenal for Andrew here, so leave no witnesses / codex, not the ideal play.
There is your first leave no witnesses played out, but it's straight from hand, so circumventing
no blocks here.
Yeah, very true.
Andrew.
Circumventing the need for the codex, but of course that means that Michael not going to be getting a ponder. Does destroy the top card of the deck. It is red.
Make a little change. Make a little money.
Cheeky little silver. Why not?
But look, we get leave no witnesses in the grave for a potential
that
codex
is
play
important.
In the future. So assassin a deck where sometimes you have to play to a future turn cycle.
Notably, this is a 4-card hand here for Andrew, with 2 gold available as well. If there is a secondary way of cranking in his hand, maybe a boom grenade, another backup protocol.
A copper cog.
Could be another copper cog, absolutely. We've not seen too many of them so far this game. I think we've only seen 2, maybe 3. Only one of them played out. We are going to be seeing that Puffin activation. Basically tells us all we need to know. We're almost certainly getting a second crank on this turn. Or maybe you just need, out of sheer desperation, a cog on the board.
Cogworks Workshop that we saw earlier. Fantastic card here.
Yeah, create another copper cog. Cranking that copper cog as it enters the arena. Then putting a steam counter on up to 2 copper cogs you control. So 2 cogs.
Any cogs.
Yeah, very true. Very true. So 2 copper cogs on the board.
Golden cogs.
You're right. Sorry.
I know you love saying copper cog.
It
does feel good.
It does say great to say copper cog. 2 golden cogs on the board.
Cocky cake energy.
Oh, I love a chocky cake. 2 golden cogs on the board. Both of them already cranked in this turn. Both of them now with their steam counters, well, basically re-upped with the Cogwork Workshop, and still owning an AP is Andrew Mason. Drawing the card off the back of Puffin's ability. The world is his oyster right now. And we are going to be getting, once again, a Cogwork Zeppelin coming in as our first attack. Or rethinking it.
The hit trigger not quite as relevant without
the draw.
Without the draw trigger threatens. But
it does still give you go again, though, effectively.
Yep, 5 damage here.
Can pump this up to 7.
So if this gets full blocked, that's the turn, right?
Effectively, yeah. What have we got? 2 cards in hand left still? 1 card?
This is a pummelable attack.
That's what I'm thinking. Very much pummelable. We are going to be blocking up 2-7. Just be able to cover the break point.
Handing over a Kiss of Death, one of the many scary cards in the Slippy deck. Unfortunately, not been able to convert them so far this game.
We haven't seen a Spike with Blood right either, have we?
No.
It's just going to be the turn. Enough value gained here from Andrew. Did have 2 cards left in hand, so just going to be asking one of those, drawing up another 3.
Bit of setup though with these lovely golden cogs. Going to be sticking around for a while.
Very important to get yourself into that point. Just going to be a CNC, but depending on what that card in the arsenal is, Andrew might have to respect it.
Bonds of Agony pitched away. Another card we have not had the luxury to resolve in this game.
Depending on whose side you're on. That's either a blessing or a curse. It's a little bit of thinking time here from Andrew. Flick Knives going to be committed as well, so pinging the 1, going to be remarked, taking the 7 down to 5. Andrew Mason destroying the super, which actually wouldn't have had go again this turn either way. No items being destroyed.
True. Unless we had a way to convert one.
Well, I suppose you can crack a gold. Crack a gold counts of an item being destroyed.
True. Puffin really is an interesting deck. I mean, I'm very, very excited to see what support she gets in the future. Maybe one of these 30 plus expansion slot cards in Super Slam could be coming the way of our pirate mech soon. I'm sure a lot of mech fans can only hope. Another card on the power level of Palantir Aeronaut wouldn't go amiss, I'm sure.
We have run out of tokens. We are now using a flipped upside down card, purple in nature, but it has been cranked and it is another golden cog.
I mean, use your imagination, Carl. That could be
anything.
That could be a golden cog if you'd like it to be.
And we are going to be making a 4th golden cog with a different colour sleeve that we are also going to be cranking. Now, I pray that Andrew puts the 2+1 counters onto the actual golden cogs, but I'm not here to tell him what to do.
Now you've said that, I hope he does the opposite. Damn.
There we go. No, they are going to be staying around. Drawn a card here from Puffin's hero ability. What have we drawn?
We have more cogs than we likely know what to do with, Carl. So
very true.
Palantir Aeronaut going to be, I'm sure, what we'd like to see. A 0 for 4 go again is not bad at all, though.
Sky Skimmer's pretty damn good. Card looks great. Functions incredibly well here as well. Effectively, Puffin's version of 0 to 60. Slight hoop increase for you to jump through. 2 cards in hand, just being displayed there from Andrew.
But the luxury of adding Pummel to your deck cannot be overstated. Now, Carl,
is that the reason to play Puffin? You can run Pummel as a mech.
100%.
I'm sold.
100%.
Sign me up. Someone send me a deck.
Now, Carl, if you were in Andrew's seat here and you had the option of any of these 4 cogs to tap, are you going for the purple cog, the pink cog, the normal golden cog, or the full art golden cog?
So I'm a big fan of tapping the pink cog first.
Okay.
Sorry, the pink golden cog. I need to say the full word. It looks like
interesting to know the cog priority. Here.
Wow, it's purple. Well, I've been shown up evidently.
The meta shifts in the cog tapping world.
It is a 4 go again.
1 damage getting over the top of this bonds used to defend.
Close to game if there was a boom grenade on board.
100%.
Notably not a boom grenade on board, so pointless mentioning it.
Coming off the top from Dio's hero ability.
Oh, here we go. It's Big Brother.
This is a wide turn from the Puffin here. Going to also have a absolute freebie of a weapon to swing, should we choose to later as well.
1 for 5. Can make this a 1 for 6 if he so wishes. Or just gives it go again to be able to continue the chain. Steal 1 floating. Counter on Tunic as well with a single card remaining in hand.
The Spitfire almost always meaning that the go again is the choice. Mathematically speaking, adding minimum 2 damage to your turn rather than the +1 on the Cloud Skiff. However, only if you have the cogs to fund it. Scary position for Mikhail. Can't say no blocks due to the nature of pumping this to 6 in the reaction step.
Yeah, very true. Only a once per turn int on this one though, so you've got to choose between the 2. Either the +1 or the go again. It's not one of these rares, not one of these majestics.
After power card blocked with from the assassin player this turn.
Yeah,
this
Bonds
game.
of Agony into a
Save a Bloodshed.
2 additional cards in hand. Still equipment available as well. Looks like we are going to be tapping this to give it go again.
Pink, copper, golden cog going to be the choice this time.
Going to be taking a couple of damage. Down to 4. Here comes your gun.
Now, this seems to be the end of the turn.
Seems to be.
Unless there's anything I'm missing here.
It's a bit of a shame.
Is it going to draw a card, or are we going to go to 1?
Well, that is the danger, right? You're playing against a deck which, has 2 golden cogs on the board.
Yeah.
Has a floated Tunic available as well.
Reaction speed, interaction on pumping these attacks. Spitfire, notably not a hammer or club.
No, cannot be pummeled. Or razor reflexed.
It is indeed a gun.
Can it be? It can be just a nip at the heels.
Yeah, it can be nip at the heels.
Is that the only pump that can target?
Interesting to see if... Also, not a pirate card, funnily enough. So
very true.
Not making the Puffin deck.
It's got a pirate on it.
It does.
And a crab.
Yeah, and two left feet.
And 2 left feet. Doesn't dance very well, that guy.
No, neither do I.
I think I've ever seen... No, actually, I take that back. I have. Not a sight that needs to be shared.
If you would have caught me at the Singapore beach party... which I did not attend, fortunately for everyone there.
I was about to say, you guys are lucky that Cup of DCG didn't show up that one.
Persuasive Prognosis.
Scary card.
Definitely going to garner some level of respect, I'm sure, from Andrew.
Michael just showing, yes, there is only 1 card available here. Do need to be careful here, though, right? You can't afford to take 4 on this attack. If you do, you die to the flick.
Completely lost whether or not Andrew should be marked or not here. I'm assuming he should be. Take up the mantle, a very scary proposition.
What was the last attack on the previous turn? It was the Leave No Witnesses, right? That just hit.
No, I believe it was the Command and Conquer from the...
Oh, that was the Command and Conquer. Yeah, so he shouldn't be marked.
However, no, because we flicked a dagger, but then the
just
CNC
the damage
hits, right?
Yeah. So we shouldn't be marked right
here.
now. But notably, I don't think that mark token has left the entire game. So maybe it's being tracked in a different way that we are currently not able to see. Bit of a thinker here for Andrew. Oh, Golden Skywarden is fantastic here.
Comes at the opportune time again. This card has just completely overperformed here.
Are we going to crack any more? Are we just going to be blocking 4? That is the question. 4 is the trap number at this point.
Now, do we have a way to sidestep this block and go into another chain link?
Oh, I was terrified that was a Just a Nick. What a ballsy play from Andrew. Playing a win, not playing a lose.
Sometimes that's the way you got to go. 3 card hand for Puffin here. 2 counters off the cogs. Can we push through? Puffin activations make a new cog here.
Yeah, still a gold available to be able to just crack for the sake of it as well, right?
Return of the pink cog. Ooh, what you like to see. Goldwind Turbine going to trigger the Puffin hero ability and get a chunky +3 remembrance entering the pitch zone here. Maybe putting them Palantirs back.
We've already seen the backup protocol do it.
Yeah. A lot of recycling when you're a new hero without the card pool available to you. Sometimes you've got to get creative with how you use your best cards.
Now, the question is, does Andrew's deck, does Puffin top deck very well?
You'd love to see another Cloud Skiff or...
Oh, anything. Is that another Palantir?
That is terrifying.
If that's a Palantir, I think we're done, right?
We can pump up to 12, right?
With the Goldwind Turbine, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of damage. It is another Palantir.
And we are going to get the force.
Going to lose the flicks.
The flick knives block here. Is there a card left in hand?
Well, this is the thing. I don't think there is a card left in hand, but Mikhail can block 12, but one of them can be destroyed with the Palantir.
True, 100%.
So we're up to 9 right now without any pumps.
So we need a defense reaction in the arsenal from Mikhail. And look, there's got to be a reason we arsenaled the previous turn, right? Do we have a D-react?
1 block committed so far.
Looks at the arsenal card.
I say, if you're reading body language right now, the way that was turned makes me think it is a defense reaction. But Andrew doesn't have to flinch. He doesn't have to pump right now. So he could wait. He could simply wait.
And we are going to get a block 10.
That's 10.
And we're going to pump up to 10.
Pump it to 10. He could pump it to 11 and wait. Doesn't need to do anything else.
What a scary endgame to be in as the Slippy player here.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't at this point. Michael currently not dying, still alive on board. It's at 10. Has he passed? The question is, has Andrew passed priority over? Up to 11.
Another cog up to 11. The ball is in Mikhail's court. Do you have the D
So
react?
Mikhail has the defense reaction here, and then the defense reaction gets destroyed once it gets pumped up to 12.
So we need another one.
We need one more. Is there another defense reaction in the arsenal? Sink getting destroyed.
And getting the fist bump.
The fist bump to the screen.
So it's a lovely blocking hand from the assassin player.
It was a tarantula toxin.
It's just not enough. T-Toxin going to be the final card. Unfortunately not able to be resolved alongside a Kiss of Death. And look, Puffin getting the win over on Slippy.
Pretty damn good. Pretty damn close as well, right? Like, that came down to the wire, and we saw the final Palantir Aeronaut coming out, and it being the difference maker.
Yeah.
We recycled one of them, had to use two of them quite early on. So I thought from that point, so 4 played, 4 resolved. And, I mean, hey, if that's what it takes to beat a Slippy, then fair enough, right?
That's the path to victory for Puffin, maybe. And look, if this matchup goes this way, maybe we could see some Puffin players trying to snipe these Slippies on their way onto into the top.
Surely the rest of Puffin's matchups are fine. Great.
We'll let you guys tell us. We'll let you guys tell us how Puffin's meta spread goes right now. But what a fun game to watch. This has been an absolute treat casting the TLTMN so far.
It's been good, man. We've had some weird ones.
So many strange matchups. So many. I know we've had a Katsu Reinar that was a classic.
Yep,
we've had an Acilio Prism that was really good.
Heat.
We just finished the cast of an Olympia and a Marlin. So
Rogue.
Random stuff. We had a Marlin Gravy early on as well.
Yeah, poor Finley. Poor Finley. R.I.P. Yeah. He's dead. He's out of Cup of TCG off the back of that game. So unlucky to him. But guys, honestly, thanks so much for joining us. We're loving doing this, and well, hopefully Az has us back for more of them because we've got appetite to do it. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Kyle. This has been Callum from Cup of TCG. We'll see you very, very soon on the next episode of TLTMN. Peace.